Hakuna Matata, everyone. Tonight we are apparently Maxis. What the hell are you drinking?
A
What
drink.
what else?
Is it? White bitch juice. Got it.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Tonight we are going to be talking
Wow.
about movies in like the 80s, 90s, noughties that are all Halloween themed, TV shows, Halloween specials, anything to do with the Feast of Samhain. Spelled with an M, folks. So so guys, we're just going to start off like Maxis, since you're basically the one closest to me, right? Name the first Tsar of Russia. No.
Oh, wrong.
fucking know.
Stream.
Sorry, wrong stream. So Maxis, for you, when someone says Halloween movies, because you're one of the youngest on the panel, right? What springs to mind for you?
There's a good few that spring up, like the Halloween Towns movies, the
Yes.
fucking Twitches movies, the like specials like Rugrats and stuff. Like it kept going. I could tell you on and on about like
Yeah.
them being around.
Hocus Pocus is not that great.
Hocus Pocus is overrated.
Yes,
Right?
it actually is.
It really is.
So I've seen Hocus Pocus too, and it is like absolutely crap. They
That
bring
sounds like torture.
They bring the witches to modern times, right?
Oh god, it was bad enough them going to the.
I would say it was awkward enough in the first movie.
Yeah, no, they bring them back, and when they bring them back, they run into these two girls, and they're like, "Oh, you're witches," because they go into a store that sells lotions and potions.
You know, it's stupid because like the Ginger Snaps movies actually did that shit the right way, where at one point they actually did the girls' ancestors. They just used the same actresses, and it was back in the colonial times. That was actually better. They're doing it ass backwards with this one.
Oh yeah, so they bring them in, and when they're coming, they go and they don't know what a convenience store is, although they were here in the 90s.
Did they
Right?
just like lose the memory or what?
Did they
No.
forget everything?
It got
What's
stupid.
the 7-Eleven?
No, it was a lotions and potions store.
You
So they went into Bath and Body Works?
7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Yeah, where
Or was it Lush?
no, it wasn't real. It was
No, I think it was Ulta Beauty.
Oh,
no. It was Goop by Gwen. It was Goop.
oh no, not the Goop Lab. No.
Oh god.
Was it
No.
Got to Be Glued?
Yeah,
No, that's for wig styling. Come on.
hold on. There you
Works.
go. Boop. So what they do is they go into the forest, and then they reveal in the forest that they got their powers centuries ago from another witch. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that you know Bette Midler's character. Bette Midler's
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah, I
character
went to middle school with her.
was Bette Midler's character was married.
Yeah, it's my
Right?
friend Steven.
Yeah,
All right.
But she was apparently so ugly that they wouldn't marry her, and that's why she hates men.
Oh my
Right, because we had to throw some of that in there.
Yeah.
Modern Disney, y'all.
So she then learns the ultimate spell, right? Where
Yes, it was, Jet.
her two sisters end up dying, and she's like, because you have to sacrifice what you love to get the ultimate power, right? So she then turns around and it's like, okay, so let me do the reversal spell. But she doesn't read the book correctly. You know, book.
Dalek's in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been responding to that. I've sent him the link.
Okay.
So she, book. She don't know this spell after having book for hundreds of years, right?
What,
She
is she
reads-
illiterate? How the hell do you do that?
I don't know, but she reads the spell.
She no
and the
read good.
And the spell
Yes,
was meant that she taught was the greatest spell book. Will take those who are gone to the afterlife or where will take them and bring them back to you. No, the spell sends you to them. Right? So she's there and she's like, sisters, I am coming. Yeah, no, they were witches, but they got their powers from one weirdo in the woods who's hundreds of years old by the 1600s.
How sad is it that the internal logic
I
in
thought I was
Hansel
doing
and
the
Gretel
right thing
Witch
when I gave
Hunters
them the
was much more
the
sensible,
powers.
and that was only one fucking movie.
Yeah. The Sanderson sisters were witches, but they all got their powers from it as well. And it is like absolutely like they don't fight it or anything like that. The guy who lights the black flame candle now makes them in mass quantities.
You know, I just realized the big plot hole in this whole thing with the witch who can't read. Because like think about it, right? If this witch who couldn't read was like all the way back when like they first got their like witch powers and stuff, like
they retconned their own. This is exactly what I'm talking about with the internal logic.
Think about it, right? She was considered a witch, and like typically back then, bro, if you were a woman and you could read, you were typically considered a witch.
I know, but we're not talking about the literal meaning of it. This is
so it's
the
like
logic
that's crazy,
of this.
bro. She couldn't read as a
so
witch.
Hasty as to throw out that definition of witchcraft either. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
That's true.
So they imply something with one of the girls, and it's kind of screwed up. They're like, come on, we need someone to light the black flame candle, right? And one of the girls goes, yeah, I can't do that.
It's amazing they didn't call it the popular minority candle. Hey, what's going on, Dalek? It's been a while.
Hey, Dalek. I see by his little bucket Dalek's been out trick-or-treating.
That is actually freaking adorable.
So
I love
I'm just going
that.
to ask the panel a question before we continue on.
Yeah, because we were actually not supposed to be talking about that. We got off topic.
No, so for the best era for like Halloween and scary movies, 80s, 90s, or noughties, and the noughties include everything after the year 2000.
Okay. I think it kind of depends on where you look.
Okay.
Because nowadays, most mainstream horror is kind of shit.
Yes.
But there's still good stuff coming out of smaller studios. Like we had that bizarre, really graphic Color Out of Space that had Nicolas Cage in it that came from a small studio. We had something I have called Freeze, which is a play on an old couple of old Lovecraft stories kind of run together.
Yeah.
Which was done on a really low budget, was still a lot of fun to fucking watch.
Yeah, like one of the best ones that I've seen in recent years, honestly, is it's kind of obscure. Stepfather.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the better it gets better when they change to Terry O'Quinn as the stepfather.
I heard that Cobweb was decent too, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Well, one of the best lines that I've remembered for years from it is he's saying, like, just say the name Anthony, and it's like, well, he goes, oh, I'm sorry. What name am I using? I just love that line. Yeah.
But Max, we were supposed to start with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun watching this go on the tangent. It was great.
It always happens.
So, yeah, well, we run on tangents on this channel, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah. And coffee.
So, Jet Sparks is saying there's too many jump scares or trying to subvert the horror genre.
That's a modern issue, which is why I say mainstream horror is shit.
Yeah. Now, but the thing even about jump scares is that they're coming. That you can just tell they're coming by the music and audio kits. But Maxis, with our deepest apologies, please go on.
Damn.
Or would you like Farf to take over?
Well, see, I guess we ended up going through like some of the stuff on there. Like, there wasn't much else to say on it other than what existed during that. Because honestly, most of the stuff.
Do you not have any favorites? Or?
Not particularly because like it just ended up like all kind of meshing together in memory because memory is a weird
that's
thing.
fair.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
get it.
I've got a bunch, but I mean, like genre-wise, they're not all even technically horror. They're horror themed in my case, and some of them are actual horror movies.
Yeah. Oh, that's who we lost. Hey, Bubba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about like crap, I mean, when after iCarly ended, they tried to make Miranda Cosgrove into a thing, and they gave her a horror movie where it was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like there was one stage where a guy came to her house. It's like, I'm going to kill you at 9 o'clock, right? And she's like,
Wait for
okay.
9 o'clock.
Nah, she don't even do that. She goes to bed. She goes to bed and has a shower.
What the fuck are you, stupid?
Yeah, like. But Farv, would you like to tell us about yours?
Okay. One of them is technically sci-fi, but I'd still never classify it as horror, and that would be Event Horizon.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one is good.
That is a fucked up movie.
You stole my movie.
And
Fuck you, I'm a Star Trek guy. You took my fucking movie. How many movies am I supposed to work with? All right, I gotta start Googling. Kick me to next.
Like, Dr. Weir is fucked up beyond fucking understanding. There's a great cast in there. Like, I love Sean Pertwee's character, but every horror movie he's in, I swear he just dies. I don't think he's ever survived a horror film.
Didn't he survive that one we watched with you at like Werewolf Dogs?
No, remember he killed himself at the end to
Oh
save
yeah, oh yeah, he did survive that one. Maybe he's on the same contract as Sean Bean.
Right? Oh my god. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, there's that one. Dog Soldiers.
Hey,
is
at least
really
Sean Bean survived National Treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another good one, which I would consider action horror, kind of like Dog Soldiers, is it's called Werewolf Beast Among Us. It's kind of a low budget one that Fox did a while back about werewolf hunters.
Okay.
That was actually a lot as like kind of an action-y horror movie. That was actually a lot of fun because like the group of werewolf hunters is just this mess. Like one of them's like this dude who has a horse that got its legs bitten off by a werewolf, so he attached its ass end to like a carriage. So like the back end of the horse is wheels.
Okay.
And he has like false teeth, but they're made of silver, so he literally bites werewolves.
He bites werewolves.
That's great. That's the ultimate revenge.
Then there's the chick that works with him that has a flamethrower and like a double crossbow.
Right.
And the one dude's got a shitload of guns. It's crazy as hell. It's a fun movie. And then one of them's actually a vampire in the group.
Wait. How can anyone bite someone with silver teeth when they like just fall out?
Hey, just for like, I'm just going to say this for anyone. If they're just to bring up, because we're just talking at this stage about things. If anyone wants me to get any photos, just let me know and I'll like pop them up.
Oh, no problem. Another good one is Christine, but if you like the movie, I would say don't bother with the book because they're incongruent. They don't match up. I think the movie's actually better.
Okay.
That's a rarity with a lot of media.
Wait, isn't Christine about a killer car?
Yes, it's a 1958. Oh Lord, I just forgot. Fury, Plymouth Fury. It's a gorgeous car, and my wife has forever banned me from ever owning one because she saw that movie. She's like, no, never.
Teague, what were you saying?
I had one.
Did you?
You had one?
I had it. It was trashed out. I bought 2 of them, and I combined them together into one car with my friend's dad, who was restored cars, and I had a drop top.
Did your friend mind that you matched his dad with cars? Did
no, him. Like we were all friends. Like we were doing all the work together.
I was supposed to inherit a Fury 2 from my mom, but somebody else fucked that up and it got destroyed before I could get it.
What fucked up was when I crashed that car. I stood there and I
fuck.
waited for a really long time, and it never fixed itself. It survived the accident. It drove it for years after that. It took a long time to get a replacement part. But yeah, I was like, come on, baby. Come on. I know, like, I've listened to enough Black Sabbath inside of you. Come on.
Man.
So-
Another good one, if you like the kind of plays on the Lovecraftian mythos, is In the Mouth of Madness. That's another one that's got Sam Neill in it too.
Oh yeah, there isn't that the one where he was the author.
No, he was the guy who was investigating the author
That's
because they
it.
thought he was pulling
Yes.
insurance fraud.
I still can't. You see, that's one of the few movies that haven't worked out the plot yet. I've still got that the plot of Inish Aaron on a whiteboard, like with the question mark beside it. What the fuck is going on? And on another whiteboard is that one.
There's one more I'm trying to. Oh yeah, well, Ginger Snaps is another very off the wall one that I actually like, and the second one sucked. I liked the first one. I liked both the actresses, and then they went. The third one they did a prequel, which is actually way better than the second movie was, because the prequel was set during the colonial era, and it was just their ancestors.
Okay. One of the ones I liked back in the day in the 2000s, and I just bring this up for Favre, was Dracula 2000. If anyone's ever seen it,
I think my wife. Yeah, I see them. Bridget and Bridget and Ginger there.
yeah. But Teague, we'll move on to you.
Oh, great. After you took my movie. All right. How about this? Showgirls.
Sure.
Horror? What?
I just figured I had to buy some time. Event Horizon's still a great movie that I really like.
It
I enjoy
is.
watching it. I don't care if someone else also already used it. I guess Constantine's pretty fun and on theme. I might watch
They're
that
actually
one again.
making a second Constantine movie.
That concerns
I
me.
only want to see it if it's got Gavin
Keanu
Rossdale in it.
Reeves.
You know?
Keanu Reeves is in it. Same director and everything.
It might be okay.
See, they keep pushing the multiverse stuff. Why not have
No.
Constantine and Matt Ryan in it? That would be fucking awesome.
It's
Have
not
one of
gonna
them
be-
turn out evil.
It's not
The
going
most
to be
horror-
multiverse.
The most horrific movie, the most horrible movie, the movie that had me squirming and screaming in my seat, frightened out of my mind, and then angry would be, I guess, The Last Jedi. There's ghosts.
Oh my god.
The ghost of this puppet shows up, and it shoots lightning out of his hands, and I'm like, why the fuck is the puppet ghost shooting lightning? Because the good guys do that, and the ghost of the puppet is shooting lightning out of his fucking hands, and it's like, and it's kind of like, it's like, wow, it's like Leprechaun, and it's just like Jake Skywalker's like, what did you do? You burned up all our precious books. He's like, sucks, did they?
Wow.
And, yeah. And then like he's like, no, why? And then you're just like, I need me gold, and that was like, the worst fucking subversive movie ever. Every single thing, like by the middle of the movie, you're like, well, what's the stupidest way they could resolve this? I'm like, well, yep, they did exactly what I thought.
Carrie was pretty good.
You know, that's a good.
Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, the first Terminator was technically a horror film, also. Horror
did
action, I'd
anyone
say.
ever watch
Did I go with Aliens then? The second one,
can, of
Aliens.
I say Aliens
That's
counts.
That's a great horror movie. We've got a monster we've seen demonstrated. We saw it go against modern humans. They had no weapons. That was a kind of a cool twist to drop it in. Then we send them back loaded for bear, and these things fuck them up. They fuck them up. They just absolutely, they like the first, any success they have gets countered on them by the acid splashing on them. They can't get anywhere. They lose most of their guys right up front, and it's just a horror story. And as the movie goes on, increasingly more macabre, one of the greatest monsters in the cinematic
Well, remember,
history.
there's also another horror to that element to that. The horror of Shitty Command, because that's part of what got them there.
Well, Shitty Command from up top, their internal structure was decent. And they were very loyal
Gorman
to
was
each
a
other.
train wreck when they started, too. That's part of what got him into this shit.
They were
He wasn't
being
paying
spun
attention.
on by their own people, too.
Oh, God. Phil, what about you, man?
Sorry, what was the question again?
You skipped
What's
FPS.
your favorite? No, I didn't. You're blind.
Oh, you went around the other way. Okay.
Yeah, I went Teague first, you blind bastard.
Well,
Uh,
for
Look, I ain't
Mr.
blind. I
Boomer,
just wasn't paying attention. Piss off.
Whoa.
Yeah,
To be fair, Barb
Right,
is the
we're good.
boomer of the group, so.
No, that's Teague. But anyway,
Oh.
I am a Generation X.
so no, it's what's your favorite Halloween themed TV show, movie, or anything like that?
Okay, so like, of course, the kid in me is going to say this, partially because I've seen it today in theaters. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that is a good. I love that one.
And
I
then,
do.
like, after that, it will be like Michael Jackson's Thriller. So,
Oh, that's great.
Fair.
Wow.
because that
I
actually
don't
gave
want
me
to
like
come out with me
nightmares.
when
Great-
I get back.
Great song, amazing music video.
And then, I mainly watched this because I'm a big Jenna Ortega fan, but Scream 5.
At least you're honest about your reasons.
You must have loved her in the fucking Addams Family show.
Oh,
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Yeah. She was
Look,
great.
I'm not
Wednesday.
gonna lie. I've had my guilty ones. Like freaking Catherine Isabel is part of the reason I watched Ginger Snaps the first time.
Yeah, God, guys are weird. Anyway,
Dude, Revan. I thought
Wait,
we
are you
established
saying
this
you're
long
not a
ago. I've
guy?
been weird.
Ooh.
I'm a potato,
That is true, a mutant potato.
But aren't you Mr. Potato?
Oh.
Mr. Potato's my father.
Oh.
So you'd be Potato Junior then still.
Right.
Don't assume my gender.
I'll never quite.
Yeah, just come out and call him a dictator.
Oh. Oh.
Excuse me, Bubba, you're not a biologist.
No,
So-
I think he's the other one that.
I
studies
prefer the
vegetables.
term penisator.
So, right. So talking about dicks, FPS. What about you, man?
Ouch.
That's a love
I've shown you
blow.
nothing but kindness.
Yeah.
You were my favorite spud, the best spud I could ever have,
Oh man.
and you do this to me.
So the poll is actually tied at the moment between the 80s and the 90s. It's the best era for movies.
Mm,
Well, there were some good ones came out in the 90s. I can't dispute that too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah.
Well, there's also Carpenter was huge in the 80s. You got The Thing, you've got The Fog. Those were good movies.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Swamp Creature or
Mhm.
Swamp Thing. Sorry.
Swamp Thing wasn't. I would not consider that. I would not consider that a horror film by any measure. But I found it entertaining.
I feel like it tried to be like a horror kind of thing.
The
I
problem
feel
was
Swamp
is it
Thing was
tried, it
more about
probably
a man's
failed, but-
struggle against nature and attempt at
It's
redemption.
like how the
Yeah.
it's like how the lady from the Black Lagoon tried to be kind of edgy.
Yeah. Remember, folks, look up the Black Lagoon, not the Blue Lagoon. They're two completely different movies.
And I'm gonna be that
yeah,
guy.
they are.
And don't forget about
Wow.
Goo Lagoon, our favorite beach in Bikini Bottom.
I'm
Oh, you
gonna
were
be
saying,
real
Barb?
though. Freaking Adrienne Barbeau looked way better in The Fog than she did in Swamp Thing.
Very true.
But yeah. So, anything else you want? Any other movies you want to mention?
My cat is being such a pain in the ass right now.
Hey, your cat's
Oh,
barking.
I'm
It's
trying to
Shannon.
think.
Aw,
I'm trying to think
kitty.
about the kid who was from the Stuart Little movies, not the mouse, but the actual kid who was in it. He was in this other.
Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yeah.
He was in this other movie about how he like meet these other kids who are like children of vampires and shit. It was
Oh,
really
yeah, I know
The
what you're
little-
talking
the
about.
Little vampire.
The Little Vampire. Yeah, that was such a good Halloween movie.
That was such a good.
Yeah, there.
Loved watching that.
So I need to talk for yourselves. I need to show you some terrifying.
I have to say that I'm not a good one for those because like I didn't see a lot of what you would consider I guess family or kids Halloween stuff. I mean, like I saw American Werewolf in London when I was 5 years old. I saw John Carpenter's The Thing around the same age. I don't.
They
think I was
didn't really
watching
have
Fringe Halloween.
family-friendly horror content back then when you were a kid. I feel
Well,
like.
let's be real.
Yeah.
Barvis also was born when the dinosaurs was around, so that's why.
No,
Hey,
no.
hey,
Again, that's
come on,
Steve, man. That ain't me.
Dude, Farva's like already what 49, 50 when God's great grandfather was in college.
Y'all motherfuckers keep clowning, but there's somebody in the panel older than me too.
Mhm.
Listen, okay. Y'all
So,
need to stop,
hold on,
stop
hold on.
coming
I'm
from
going
my
to-
man Favre. All right,
I'm going
he's
to
a
break
good
all.
guy.
I'm going
He
to
does not
break
look
you
a day
guys.
over 35. Okay.
How you gonna break it?
Dalek,
Yes.
please describe the cast of The Little Vampire.
Okay. Well, first of all, you've got Jonathan Lipnicki's character Tony.
Not anymore.
What the?
Jet,
the
I
hell?
legitimately don't know what that
The hell?
is. What in the flying
That's the
fuck am I
cast of
looking
the
at?
little vampire, but in, like claymation.
Is that supposed to be the little another? Is that supposed to be the little vampire again?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the little
they made
vampire,
it.
but like as an adaptation, like of
Why
what
does
claymation
that one in
exists.
the background look like a midget version of the guy from Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Because it's his grandpa Dracula.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Grandpa Dracula.
Ow.
Hijo de puta.
Does anyone remember the Phantom of the Megaplex? No.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
No, I don't.
The
Was that on the
Megaplex.
hub?
Yeah, that was a straight to Disney Channel movie. I loved that one.
I think I might have
Oh,
watched it. I just didn't really
wait.
got into it. I don't think.
Okay. But FPS, anyone else? Before we move on to Dalek?
Okay, I gotta say,
Go ahead.
Allow Phil.
I call it the last
Beauty for
shitbender
age.
because that was horrifying to watch the last Airbender show get ruined.
You know, I have to actually.
That
watch
was
one.
that was not a movie. That was just a nightmare. Dalek.
Oh.
No, that does not exist.
100.
Oh wait, no, just a second. I haven't told you mine yet. All right.
100%
Hold on, Bubba. We didn't get to you. We're going down.
We're going the
Dalek
other way.
and then-
Oh, okay.
You almost, what do you think you're doing, jumping over me?
He lost direction.
I
like
thought he was
did.
changing topics. I thought he was changing topics the way he was
No,
talking.
The droid is only so high, so you know.
But
it's
Dalek,
not
you were
hard.
saying?
Well, I have seen. Okay, well, I have seen a few horror movies. I'm not exactly a horror fan, shall we say?
Oh,
but
it's
I
not
don't
even horror. It's Halloween themed.
Does The Village count as a Halloween movie?
it has to be specifically Halloween movies.
That depends. Is M. Night Shyamalan wearing a director's costume if you count The Village as a movie?
But
I like
anyway,
The
Dalek,
Village. It was cool.
you were saying? Dalek?
Okay,
Hello?
So I have to specifically say my favorite specifically Halloween movie. Is that
Yeah,
it?
Halloween movies, TV
season.
shows, Halloween theme, basically
Oh.
anything.
It doesn't.
spooky
Yeah,
season.
basically, he's not
Oh,
saying it has
man.
to be horror, but it's just Halloween adjacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season.
Alright.
Turns around. The Bible.
That's really tricky.
And that is spooky.
Because I've watched a lot of Halloween themed Halloween themed episodes or films
Yeah.
over the years. That's really hard to pin down one. I like just one. I really like the best.
There was a horrible joke in there, and I'm just holding it in.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
We can go on to Bubba and come back to you after Bubba's done. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
we'll just do that.
Oh, hold up. Thomas Pat said, what do you think of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween or Christmas?
It's a
It is
Christmas
actually
movie.
both.
Yeah, it's
Just a
kind of.
movie.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Who saw that
Yeah.
coming?
And I'm
No.
also going to say this before we do our pre-recorded Christmas stream. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Anyway,
Yes,
it is.
Bubba.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Don't you dare say
Whoever
that
says
again.
yeah,
That's against my
Dialect,
religion
I
and my
believe.
culture.
Yeah, Dialect, I believe you're wrong, and you know what else is a Christmas movie? Gremlins. Anyway,
That's
the
actually true.
I didn't
yeah,
say
but
anything
anyway,
about
all jokes aside, though, I'm not a real big horror fan. I gotta go with the Halloween Town movies.
What
When I
are
was a
those?
kid, those
Fire.
were freaking great.
What
The
are-
Cab
what are-
Driver's my favorite.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Halloween Town Fire from Axis?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, dude, you'd love
They
the
were like
first
Disney
three.
Channel
The fourth one, they
movies.
replaced the actress. It got kind of flat, but they kept everybody else. Debbie Reynolds played their grandma. She was great. What's her name? Martha Hogue, the chick that played the first April O'Neil from the live action movies. She
Okay.
Judith
she was
Hall.
the mom. Judith, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, she was in it. I love those. It centers around these three kids that find out that their mom renounced her witchhood, and that their grandma's just kind of chomping at the bit to get them into it, and like the hijinks of the movie are great. And if you're if you got kids or whatever, that all four of those movies, even though like I said they changed actresses in the fourth one, all four of those movies were pretty on point as far as kid friendly but scary at times still. And Monster House.
Monster. Oh my God, Monster House.
Monster House is a good one.
Monster House was
Monster House is
hilarious.
a good one.
Monster
Yeah,
House was
but,
hilarious, but when you look at it as an adult, there's a lot of sad themes in Monster House.
There really are, but that's what made it so great. Is that there's a lot of really heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of heaviness behind what looks like a joke or a brief
when did
scare.
that come out? When did that come out?
Monster
House
House.
I was a teenager.
2009.
90s?
I was
Yeah,
probably
just-
like 10 maybe.
Then
No,
yeah,
hold
that
on.
makes sense because back then we had shows like Gargoyles and shit like that they did serious sad stories in cartoons.
2000
Well,
2006.
Gargoyles came out in like
Yeah.
the 90s.
Yes, it
I
did.
fucking
That-
love Gargoyles.
And let's not. Speaking of which, let's not forget the
Matthew.
Halloween episodes of the real Ghostbusters. Or sorry,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man. I don't get me wrong. The others are great, but nothing beats the Boogaloo episode, man. He even brought the Stay Puft Marshmallow back. That was beautiful.
Yeah, actually, talking about Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters 2021 is actually quite a good movie. I'm going to harass Fire from Axis until they watch it with me.
You can harass me all you like, but you know
Good
better
luck
than to
with
think that
that.
will have much
Listen.
influence.
It's the new one is really
Bill
good.
Murray
man.
will always be.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not big on kid-led films. It's never got me.
It was throwing me
Yeah.
off on that one too.
Wait.
Max
Does that mean that Favre just likes Harry Potter?
Yeah, well, mostly.
You shut the fuck up!
Wow.
He
How can you
already
be call yourself
knew
American?
that I'm very hit and miss
Potato-
with Harry Potter.
Potato? That seemed very aggressive.
you don't like Harry Potter because the main character is a kid. Is that what you're saying?
That's not the only reason.
There are
But
more.
Yeah.
a valid reason, if any.
I would just for a second. I would also like to point out to the audience, Kat.
Yeah,
behind-
she does that.
She's behind Fire's head. So, Dalek, have you made up your choice?
I think he's picking Jennifer. Oh, I'm sorry. Were we not talking about the Bachelorette choices? I'm sorry.
You actually, please
hold
tell
on.
me you don't actually watch that.
Oh,
Dalek, you were saying?
No, I would never. My wife's more of a
Okay.
90-day fiance kind of girl.
That's. Dalek?
I think honestly, I think when it. I guess I'll just have to probably take the easy way out and just say Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's all about preference. Ain't no wrong answers.
Yeah, ain't no right ones either.
It's hard to look I've seen a lot of these kind of
I
things.
may have been wrong when I said
or-
showgirls, but you know.
Or maybe, maybe
I mean, if it
said,
scared you, I guess that's on you.
or maybe I could have said, who here's seen Tim Burton's Corpse Bride?
I have. That is what.
That's more of a Halloween movie than I would say.
I think Helena Bonham Carter looks okay still. This movie. Shit, I'm sorry.
That movie.
Wow.
So that movie
shit.
honestly has one of the best piano pieces in a movie. When they're actually there playing the piano with each other, and yeah, I genuinely really like that movie. It's honestly really.
And here's another thing. Revan. I actually just recently, I think just last week, for the first time ever, I watched Coraline.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
what?
It's fun.
Coraline is a weird ass movie.
I think it's supposed to be. That's kind of the point.
Yes. But Coraline and the Corpse Bride are among some of the last stop motion movies made.
Yeah, I think that and what was it, like James and the Giant Peach came out before that, didn't it?
Paranorman was another one that
there was a while ago, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
that was
wasn't
the last.
Wasn't Frankenweenie or something like that stop motion also?
Yeah.
Yes, he was. That's the one I was trying to think of. That came out.
You're talking about the Leica studio.
Yeah, that came out around the last time. Frankenweenie was that, but Paranorman. I'm going to say this is. You're going to laugh at me, Max. Have you seen Paranorman?
No.
Okay. Who here has seen Paranorman?
Just you, bro.
Not me.
I have. Nope, I've seen it. I've seen it.
The last scene of it, where the little girl, when it was all revealed that about the little girl's past, about everything like that, and when at the end when she got to go to heaven and he just saw her as a little girl, that was honestly like fucking in the fields, because it reminded me of the 8th episode of the animated Batman show. Yeah, that episode is absolutely fucking devastating. So we have one in the chat.
And also, when you realize he's related to her, it all made sense.
Yeah, he's descended from her brother. The little sister is potentially the most powerful of the Cromwells, yet Sophie becomes less relevant to the story, to the point where she is just in the background and a few other lines of dialogue. Yeah, also the brother and the sister from from Halloween Town are now engaged to each other.
You know, that's okay, because they're not brother and sister in real life. But
yes, they're called actors.
No,
yeah,
Bubba,
but
you don't
that's
understand.
the
When they're brother and sister in the movies, they're brother and sister in real life. That's how things work.
Oh man, don't tell that to the Brady Bunch. No, it was the Partridge Family. It was the Partridge Family that were screwing each other. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, no, I agree with the Sophie thing. But that actress just kind of bailed on him after the 3rd movie. And instead of replacing her, they just focused on the older two in college. They had to replace the main girl, so they did that. But, you know, I agree with what he's saying about Sophie.
Yeah, the actress who played Sophie, I follow her on Instagram and TikTok. Shut the fuck up, Farv.
Is that the thing you sent me a fart video
I didn't say
of?
shit. That's your problem, man.
I know what you're thinking, bitch.
I wasn't even thinking about that, so obviously you're not.
So she turned around and said that basically she had gone to high school and she wanted to. She looked a bit different than in the previous ones because she was a bit more grown up, and she wanted to basically act as much as a normal teenager as she could.
Jet, I saw that, but I'm not really sure what to say about it.
Yeah. Send you a link to what FPS?
To Vampires in Brooklyn. It sounded interesting.
It's an Eddie Murphy movie.
It sounds even more interesting now. You've got me intrigued.
Well, old Eddie Murphy. when he used to swear.
I mean, I liked Eddie Murphy when he used to swear. What's wrong with Eddie Murphy not swearing?
So, has anyone ever seen a Halloween movie that you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? What the hell?
Yes.
Go ahead,
The
Max.
Haunted Mansion. with
There
Eddie
is.
Murphy.
Yeah, Trick or Treat.
Got that one too.
Yeah.
There was this one that was
the
made.
Muppet Haunted Mansion.
But Maxis, you were saying?
There was one that was made a little after Halloween. It was like made in November of 2008.
Yeah.
It was called Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, yes! Farm showed it to us.
Oh Jesus!
I
I
saw the
laughed
look
all
in
the way
Favre's
through that one.
eyes, the Vietnam War flashbacks that he had.
It's hard to describe. It's a musical, and it is literally it's so batshit that even if you're not keeping track of the plot, there's these moments where it's just like, wait, what?
Even
And
if you are keeping track
like,
of the
even-
entire thing, you will get lost at some point of what?
It's one of those movies where even if you're not enjoying the plot, something is going to happen if you keep watching where you're going to start
Hello,
watching
men's
it again.
room.
And it is one of the only things I've ever seen where Paris Hilton demonstrated any fucking acting range
Oh,
whatsoever.
Right?
Hold on, Farv, you've just given me flashbacks. I'm going to say the name of a movie, and I want to see if anyone remembers. The House of Wax.
Yeah, which
Oh,
one?
God.
There's been several.
The
Yeah,
one with
there
Paris
is.
The
Hilton.
beginning with Paris Hilton was very memorable.
Wait, so you guys
Fair?
didn't even like
I haven't
Paris
actually
Hilton once she
I haven't
cameoed
actually
in the
seen
George
that,
Lucas show?
but-
I mean, George
I've
Lopez
seen-
show?
All I can
on.
remember is them ripping his skin off after he had been freshly waxed, and ugh.
Yeah,
That
what to
sounds
say,
I
Dallas?
haven't actually properly watched that, but I have
Yeah,
seen I have seen reviews of it.
Yeah, that
It's,
is a fucking weird ass movie.
Repo the Genetic Opera it's funny too because apparently they almost didn't get to finish making it.
Is that like Rocky Horror
Yeah.
Picture Show?
No, I'd say it might be slightly more coherent, even if it isn't
Yeah.
as much of a pop culture thing. The thing is, though, the only reason they were able to finish production on that, and you would not believe this, is because for whatever reason, Paris Hilton was so attached to this project, she sold a bunch of shit out of her personal wardrobe to help finance the rest of the movie getting finished.
Well, that's decent of her. Like, it's like Robbie Downey Jr. Taking a pay cut so they could make Iron Man 2 and the first Avengers movie. Like, actors like that. Like, she did. I know she had a very rocky start, like as a teenager and young. But Paris Hilton seems to be, if you look at her now, kind of a decent person. Now,
Well, that regard was Sparks. I think that's what she was kind of supposed to be.
How she's changed.
yeah.
Yeah, she's also like, isn't she like 40 now? Maybe time. She's
Yeah,
starting
yeah,
to, like,
she may be
naturally
old. I think
calm-
she may be older than that.
Shut
she's
the
starting to
fuck up.
naturally calm down. No, she's still beautiful and she's not old at all at 40. I'm just saying, like, at 40, like, you naturally, if you're still around and you haven't like accidentally self-deleted by 40, you're like,
42.
maybe I will
Yeah,
go
she's
home. and do
42 right
this.
now.
And she doesn't look a day over 39. But the point is, yeah, you know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
she's a little older. Like, maybe she doesn't need to go out clubbing every night and blow like 10 grand. Like, she stays home.
Yeah.
She makes
What's every-
$10,000
Still
So
going
just
a
pretty
day.
like
well
saying-
with her line of
Until
hotels.
dawn. You talking about the game?
Or the movie.
It's all still dawn.
No, he said until dawn.
Until dawn.
Isn't that a game? It was
Yeah,
like Red
there's a
Dawn.
game.
Red Dawn, something entirely different. I'll be real. I think The Quarry was better.
The Quarry.
Which
It's
one?
got a cool name.
Okay.
How's that for an answer? It's got a cool name.
Oh,
Well, because
I've
The
got-
Quarry had freaking Ted Raimi in it, which was hilarious to begin with.
That's cool.
there was
Yeah.
a movie that came out for him.
Polite, what the fuck you saying? She looks like a dinosaur, lol.
Ouch.
Wow.
Jesus. Guys. Damn.
Nobody called the cops, even though there were shots fired.
I'll call
Words
the
How do you
fail
know you
me.
can trust your neighbors, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Just trust your
no,
neighbors
if I
are defending
want.
themselves.
I live in an Italian neighborhood. Shots are fired all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he also he also lives in New York. If there's not shots fired on police cars, he can't sleep at night.
There's an astounding number of shots fired for a place where you can't supposed to own a gun.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Five legally, it's not shots fired. It's a roughest amount of fireworks and Mexican food.
I bet it is.
Fireworks.
Hey, by the way, Revan. By the way, I think you should have that poll you put out of like what's the best era for movies. I think you should have put the 70s on there as well.
No,
I don't know. Horror movies in the 70s were really, really hit and miss.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about something.
Because when Hammer Horror went under, I think most of the old horror movies died for a while.
They really did. I'm going to show you something of my own, right? I know it's not exactly Halloween, but it's the closest of.
Oh no, the terror.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh.
What am I looking at?
Hell of a boss.
Hell of a boss.
What am I looking
It is fucking insane. It is about a group of imps who run a murder business from hell. And there's also a weird ass love story, and
there's actually several weird.
There are multiple weird ass love stories.
What the fuck are you doing, FPS?
Making faces.
This is what I'm staring at you like with this face like. What the fuck?
Yeah, the daughter is a werewolf. Sorry, the daughter is a hellhound, a wolf. Then there's the whole thing. Literally trying to explain it all is just fucking nuts.
Well, the team to begin with is weird. There's like the married couple, and then there's the guy that runs the thing, who's an ex-circus clown.
Hey,
and
John,
then you have his adopted daughter, who's a hellhound.
Did we just loop back to Loki?
No, God, no. Hey, John, how you doing, man?
Yeah, no. So,
Hola,
then,
John.
Hello.
Then Blitz. It's not Blitz O because the O is silent.
The O is silent, asshole.
Yeah. Refuses to take any advice on how to get the job done within 10 minutes. There was one episode where it's like they going up for like half a season in the first season up on Earth, and then when they go there, when Luna goes up, the wolf, she then puts her spell up, and then she shows up as a human.
Immediately loses her shit at the entire team because none of them have fucking human disguises.
Yeah. And in season 2,
favorite line from that still makes me giggle because it's just like, a human called me a possum. I am not a possum.
That's because they threw him in the freaking keg and threw him around.
He made him drunk as fuck.
And at the end of season 1, like the episode recently came out, it's like, do you need me to? No. And it's like when he was at home by himself, she had a really sweet moment where she like covered him, realized I was being a good dad, and then he just
oh yeah, after she dragged him out of the party because he was so drunk that the fucking host of the party asked him to get him out.
And she just looked at him and was just like, he is gone.
Yeah, she's like, but the funny thing was she just looked at him, and because there's a few, it sounds stupid, but there's a lot of deeper themes to it, where she's just looked at him and she's like, he is not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, get him the hell out of here.
Like, he needs to go home.
Yeah, and the thing is about it is who was
that was a new line of cutoff.
Yeah, it was one of the princes of hell. Which one was it?
She was the queen.
Wait, I don't remember that party.
She was the queen of the realm of lust, I believe. Was it lust?
No, that was Osmodeus.
Yeah, that's Asmodeus. What the fuck was she in charge of?
Hold on. Was it greed? No.
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was gluttony either.
Yeah, it could have been gluttony.
It could have been gluttony. It was because she's like, you can have everything you want, made all the food bigger. Everything is like, you can
it was gluttony.
Yeah,
the song is like, you can have what you want, just give me the honey.
Yeah.
But talking about Osmodius, out of all the shows I've ever seen with a what?
Oh wait, I just remembered another film I probably could have mentioned.
Oh, what is it?
That I'm not sure. I don't know if this I don't know if this counts as a Halloween movie. I mean, there is a bit near the end where it's kind of set on Halloween, so but it doesn't really play into it much. I mean, has anyone who here seen
Sorry, guys, I got an itch in my eyeball.
Who here has seen the '90s film version of Casper?
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, ow! Oh God, man! Ow!
The live action one.
What the hell was that?
It's okay.
Is that cat ain't he?
Wicker Screamer Rishi?
Yeah. Max, you're okay?
She rang my ears.
I am now wondering. I am
Yeah,
now thinking.
Too high speed.
I'm asking myself, why didn't I think of that film before? That would have been.
So let's talk about it.
That
So
would have been
Casper in the 90s was a make of the 1930s to 50s comic by the same name about a little demon sperm ball called Casper.
Well, basically.
Why does he have to be Coom?
You're just saying that because of the shape of his head.
Why does he have to be made of Coom?
Dalek, no. Are you forgetting the shape of his fucking body?
Yeah, no, of course not. I have seen that film.
Technically, Reverend,
Yes,
an anatomically
exactly.
correct little
Yeah, I
Coom
present
would not look like that.
Present to you, Casper the demonic cum. So
come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Casper the
He
Friendly
does
Ghost.
not look like Coom.
That movie pioneered a lot of the CGI stuff that came later. Nobody really gives it the credit that it deserves.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
For as good as the film is, the effects in it are great.
Does Jumanji count as a Halloween movie?
No,
I don't think so.
One of the things that they said was the hardest thing.
If it did count as a Halloween film, I think it would be a good choice.
No, it's not even a Halloween movie.
Okay, what
would you qualify it as then?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's see when the first one actually came out in 1995.
You know what? I came up with another one. Did anyone say Pet Cemetery 1?
No.
That's actually not a bad one to mention either.
Technically, Jumanji's a Christmas movie as it came out in December.
And
Pet Cemetery came out in like September.
Yeah, I suppose technically it is, especially at the end of the film when it's set at Christmas.
I don't know, because see, technically speaking, by that logic, Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie because literally the beginning of the movie
also has Halloween in the movie.
Well, I think
the beginning of the movie is
a hybrid.
Is the night after Halloween, though.
Yeah, but I mean, some people would call Godzilla a Halloween movie because it's a monster.
It's mainstream.
Nightmare Before Christmas was made October 13th. It's a Halloween movie. Fight me.
I will.
Well, like I said, I'll argue
that
that Nightmare Before Christmas is both a Halloween and Christmas movie.
While Showgirls was released in June, I still think that it can be qualified as a horror movie. But
here's the thing about Casper.
Pet Cemetery's out in the fall.
Out of every shot that they had in it, the hardest shot that they had was where Casper turned into a fried egg. Because,
what?
Yeah.
Really?
Can I repeat that? What?
Casper turned into a fried egg?
Yeah.
Casper. No, that does happen in the film. Casper literally turns into a fried egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to ask a question about this because I want to say how, but like I don't even know if that's the right question to ask.
I'll just have to set up a movie night and you'll have the answer.
Or else I could just show him the gif of it and just make him.
Well, that could work too.
Make him question his existence.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm already doing that.
He was put into his father's resurrection machine because his father wanted to resurrect.
Casper has a father?
Yes. He was a ghost before.
In this film, he does. Yeah.
In this film, Casper was in the Great Frost of 1912, and he went out to play on a new sled that he had gotten when his father told him to stay inside. Casper got really cold, really sick. Then he got better, but when he got better, he was a ghost.
I thought you were gonna say when he got better, he tripped on a pebble and died.
No.
Wow.
So his father was the smartest man of all time.
If
If
you
you look
figure
at
out how to save his son, what a
Yeah.
genius!
yeah,
He
but
He literally invents a machine that can bring ghosts back to life.
Oh yeah, because that's the simpler answer, not just like solve like medically what's wrong with my son.
yeah, but
But
we're
bringing
just
him back
talking
from the
about
death,
it-
yeah, no, that's so much simpler, bro.
But we're just talking about it in the context of the movie.
Well, he was
Anyway.
too late, so he had to work on the problem at hand. He had already missed the boat on the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
So-
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So anyway, so his father, they were bringing him back, and as they were bringing him back, his father's machine ran on this special red liquid, and when it got pulled out, he got turned into an egg.
That's right.
Well, some might. Yeah, I remember that. Well, some might say us humans are not supposed to run fluid.
Yeah, the first attempt they make to bring Casper back from the dead, the special juice or whatever it is that the machine runs on was taken out and stolen, and so it went wrong. And when they opened up, when Kat looked inside, that's what Casper was. He was just
How Thomas Potts asked if anyone's seen The House with a Clock in the Walls.
No.
I've seen that one. I saw that one last year, I believe.
So
Sounds
I'm just, for those of you who haven't seen it, there's the graphics of 1995, guys.
Graphics back then looked pretty decent in that movie.
Like
that
this
image
movie
is
was
pixelated to hell and back.
Yeah,
All right,
but it was
she's 40 now. So how old is she then?
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to look at the picture too covetously.
Let's not.
I ain't worried about it. I remember her from freaking that Sleepy Hollow movie.
She was like 20 in that though, and that's like right. Okay, so she's like 17 in this movie.
She was 15.
Was she? All right.
14 when it was made, released in 95, a year of production.
She's a kid. Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and but not too much, like a tick of the clock later though, when we see Sleepy Hollow, she's all grown up, and that movie is a pretty good Halloween movie too, actually.
That was a pretty decent fucking movie.
They actually came
and
up
the
with
only non-Star Wars movie with the Emperor. Sorry.
Yeah, they actually came up with quite a speedy resolution to because at the end the person who stole the liquid died and became a ghost, and she's like, now I can come back and like in 100 years, like after doing like a load of criminal stuff with this liquid. And they turned around and they're like, wait, it's like what? You got what you wanted.
See,
She's
this
like,
is
yeah,
the same
this is
thing. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll go back to you in a second. She's like, yeah, this is everything I wanted. After like she died and became a ghost. She's like, and they're like, no. So would you say that all your business on Earth is done? And she's like, yes, of course all my business on Earth is done. And they're like, that's what I wanted to hear. And then all this light started shooting out of her as a ghost.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it's like, you've got no reason to be on Earth now. All your business is done. Bye-bye. And then she just exploded.
Bye-bye. Yeah, exactly.
But Teague, you were saying?
When I watch Casper, the one thing is the core concept of what's going on is really kind of macabre. Is either we're to believe that when you die, you are born again as a ghost infant and go through a ghost lifespan?
No.
Or is Casper died as a child, right?
Casper died as a child, and it's explained. They actually did a thing explaining it.
Heroin?
So when you die and you have business on Earth, then you'll immediately come back as a ghost. Now there's some places where you have to go for like ghost training and things like that, but
that's consistent with the cartoon.
Yeah. but but Casper lived in the house and he didn't complete the ghost training. He's like, no, I'm staying here. So he hopped off and flew back to the house. His three uncles were mobsters
Right.
back in the day, and they had already.
Why did you hear all this?
No, this isn't the meta of the cartoon, so they might have worked it into the movie.
None of this was explained in the movie. Why didn't you hear all this?
Dude, it came out after the movie. There was like a tie-in, like animated thing. It was a literal tie-in.
Oh, right. You're right. Yeah,
it also relates to. It's fairly.
There was a cartoon. There was a cartoon series based on the movie. You're right.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it fits in with the previous cartoon.
Yeah, and this
they
is
don't
like
really break
too.
any of the Casper rules. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but it was now his uncles were mobsters back in the day, and they ended up being killed, and they were like haunting somewhere else. But they all got.
They killed Casper first for wearing a wire, and then the FBI got them.
Oh
no!
You didn't see the prequel?
No, Casper worked on Epstein Island.
Oh, wow!
He's just a little boy, but he
had to go there.
Of course he did.
And he told the Clintons what he was going to do, and then he ended up going, just the usual stuff. But
wow,
so he was Hillary Clinton's fool boy.
No, but so that cartoon did end up being the tie-in. Now, weirdly enough, what they were planning on doing before they cancelled it was, Dalek, are you familiar with this Netflix Sabrina TV show?
I'm aware.
There's another Sabrina show?
Yeah.
Another one? This is the third or fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent one on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it, but I have absolutely no desire at all to watch it.
Yeah. Well, hey there, Isaac. Good to see you, man. Yeah. So let's see if we can upload this. No, I can't. I'm going to have to share my screen. Okay, sharing screen. So this is the Sabrina from Netflix, right? It's meant to be a darker Sabrina and things like that. It's just weirder and woke. They were originally going to. Now that is tying in and is in the same universe as Riverdale. Right? They were also planning on making a Casper TV show to go into the same universe as Sabrina, but they canceled it.
That is the same universe they were in on Saturday morning cartoons way back in the day.
Yeah. So, what were the uncles' names? Again, the only one I remember are Stinky and Fatso. Stretch.
Stretch, Stinky, and Fatso.
They all have real names, but none of the creators can agree on them. One of the Fatso's names at one time was Marvin.
Marvin?
Yeah, he was over a grave. He's like, yeah, he said, that's my grave. And the grave just said, like, Marvin. And he, like, knocked over the tombstone and said, you don't need to see that. But we're going to end this here until next week's stream, where Maxis gets to quiz everyone. And
hey, make sure you remind me about that ahead of time.
So I will, of course.
Sure I'm around.
I'll scream it through your letterbox.
I don't have a letterbox, you do.
As we sign off, can I just point out? I don't think anyone pointed out the one horror movie that won an Academy Award as Best Picture, and it was recent. I guess it's horror. Shape of Water, the least memorable Best Picture of all time.
I'm not even sure what.
Are you talking about the one where the woman wanted to fuck a fish?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but we never see the fish's dick, which is something that I didn't really. I was like, I want to see this fish's dick, and I bought the movie, hoping to see fish dick, but I didn't get to see it.
He's talking about another weird M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Shape of Water. No, he only directs it. He did not write that one.
M. Night Shyamalan. Okay, say no more.
Hold on. No, it's Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro.
But I like Guillermo, but I don't know what the fuck he was hyped up on when he wrote
That's because you didn't see the fish's dick. If you'd seen the fish's dick, you'd feel a little different. There was no payoff. We see her.
So Dalek,
Okay.
Which seems unfair.
a deaf or mute woman wanted essentially to fuck a fish and shenanigans ensue. But we're going to wrap it up there before I get
The
traumatized.
love boat.
Maxis,
Thanks
would
for
you like to give anyone a little warning about you as the quizmaster for next week?
What?
There you
I
go.
love the what? It's the deer in the
There's
headlights
a
thing.
warning?
No,
There's
it's
a fucking warning?
Yeah,
You already
because-
warned them that I'm doing it.
Yeah, but it's
Warning, I
get
can't
to-
fucking English.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm going to find a list of places or things or laws or things like that and just give it to
Oh
you.
my god.
Don't be coy with me, Farva. Don't make me pull out my knowledge of ancient monarchies.
What is it
We
gonna
are
do
going
to
there.
me? I mean, it's gonna be
Give you a headache.
one way or the other. I always got a fucking headache.
Who was the king of Prussia during the Spanish succession crisis of 1524, Farv? Mm-hmm. Got 10 questions.
Why?
At this point, your
here's the
mother.
better-
I don't
here's-
fucking.
Wow. Well, okay.
It would have to be Kaiser Wilhelm I.
No,
What?
I said 1524, and the Kaiser was actually
There was
the
no
German
Kaiser.
emperor.
Germany forms in 1871.
Yeah, but the German Confederation, which then became the German Empire, was in the 1880s.
Included like parts of Italy, but okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're off track on the
So
outro.
yeah, we're going
The
to
1880s, the German Germany's around by the 1880s. I think they
Oh,
they
boy.
take Paris and sign a constitution there.
Yeah, but that's when they choose to have the Kaiser. It was in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, the first Kaiser's William I, isn't it?
No,
Wilhelm?
Joseph. No.
Oh, Joseph. Yeah, he has a short reign, then his son takes over. That guy
Yes.
he's the only guy to have a
Joseph was
normal reign, and then the next guy's
Joseph
at war
was
again.
technically the king. He chose to go by the title of king, right? It was his son Wilhelm I who chose Kaiser, and Kaiser translates to Caesar. You know what?
Caesar, and
just
king
have our wrap things up.
translates to Ren, which is
Little
Kylo's
Caesars is
last
my
name.
favorite pizza place.
Farv, do you want
Pizza's
to wrap
bad.
this up before we have a full blown history lesson?
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
So
I'm too tired.
I have a channel called Farvithian Guard. It's mostly a gaming channel. Occasionally we do discussion shit over there, me and my brother. I have a book out called The Farvithia Chronicle. There's a link on my channel front page to it. And that's all I got tonight.
Thanking you. Yo, FPS. You want to shield your shit?
Do I have to?
Wow.
Don't gotta, but still.
You want to let everyone know who it is?
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
you
Here.
must tell us who you
Phil,
are.
TMNT. He's a great guy. Go check him out.
No. We're talking about you.
No. So like I was saying, he's a great dude. Go
Hey
check him
guys,
out.
go check out Raised by FPS over on Twitter. It's raised by FPS on Twitter. Go check him out over on Twitch, where he is a Twitch affiliate, I believe. And he is also testing out. He's playing games like at the moment he just got his Marvel Spider-Man 2. He's playing Destiny,
It's so
Apex, and different games like that. So yeah, go check him out. He's also got a Discord where it's all about peace, love, positivity, and all the hippie shit. So,
It's Star Wars themed technically.
Yeah, but guys,
Technically.
go and check him out, and one day he will learn how to chill himself. Phil, what about you?
Well, on YouTube, I'm Phil TMNT. On Twitter, my original Twitter got nuked. I have no idea why. So I had to make a new one.
On the microwave.
The ad is the Scatter Night. But
Okay.
outside of that, you can find me on this potato guy's channel. Who, I don't know who he is. Some lunatic that goes by Potato Mandalorian. Nope. Who is he? Subscribe to that guy's channel.
over on Phil's channel. Go check me out. I am Potato Revan, YouTube name of Potato Revan, and my Twitter is Potato Revan. I've got my own Discord. We talked back in November. We'll be back to talking about some true crime. We'll be having a special talk with Teague here about the Son of Sam case. And we'll be finding out who in December about the case of who killed Maxis. I mean, let's find out. That's a surprise for everyone.
Potato.
No, it's not me. Don't spoil.
No, it's not me.
And don't spoil it. We see how that is.
Yeah. Teague, would you like to shield your stuff?
Hey, I'm Admiral Teague. I do Star Trek stuff. I also review. I've been doing Yellowstone 1923. I think 1883 is probably next. Live watches on Thursdays. Maybe Battlestar Galactica 2.0. I'm not sure. Up in the air about that one. But I'll be back on Sunday night at about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might go on a little later than that, but we're going to have my talk show. I'm on Fridays and Sundays and Thursdays. Thanks, guys. And thanks for having me. Fun time.
Always. You're always welcome here. Dalek, you want to shield your stuff?
Yeah, I have a YouTube. So yeah, I also have a YouTube channel, just simply Dalek451. Nice and easy to find. I do live streams over there. Usually about you either random chat streams, or I sometimes do reviews, and I sometimes play games, and more recently I've actually just, and speaking of that, I've actually just recently decided to I made an account over on Twitch, and I'm thinking of maybe starting playing games over there as well. So what's
your Twitch name?
It's quite a long one. Dalek451 New Dalek Emperor.
Okay then.
Yeah, you'd want to think about that.
Yeah, look. I kind of had to do. I know it's a mouthful. I kind of had to do something like that because Twitch wouldn't let me just use Dalek451.
I know.
That big is.
I'm just messing with you. So Bubba,
I tried to tell Twitch to let you do it, but they wouldn't listen.
Bubba, would you like to shield your stuff over?
I am Geek Hero Bubba. You can find me all up and down X, formerly known as Twitter. I guess that's what they're referring to it as now. Anyway, I get into fights with people who have lost their way idealistically and ideologically. I have lots of fun. It gets me through many a work shift. But I have some advice for everyone. If you feel like you are like myself, you're not a big horror movie fan, but you still like the, some spookiness. The movie Darkness Falls from 2003 has an evil tooth fairy in it.
Shit! I remember that movie.
Yeah, I love that. I love that movie. I love that movie. And also, now is the perfect time of year to play Castlevania, specifically the Lords of Shadow reboot. But Castlevania is great, and Darksiders is a good game recommendation. The Darksiders series freaking rocks. It's got a some nice gothic rock undertones.
Darkstalkers, if you're into fighting games.
Yes, Darkstalkers definitely. But yeah, so just enjoy yourselves and make sure you find you someplace to party this Halloween. Unless
I'm married. I know where I'm partying on Halloween.
My
church. So I'm just gonna say partying about Halloween. Halloween's there. Everyone be careful, and just remember when you're screwing around with fireworks. There's animals out there like vets with PTSD and different things. You don't know who's got what going on in their head, so don't go around like throwing them at people, throwing it at people's houses. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So everyone out there, stay safe. God bless. remember, at the end of everything, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, just remember there is a brighter tomorrow, and stay positive. Remember, everyone, stay awesome. Good night. God bless. Peace.